JT back. Still same season. We're trying to see how far we can get along with this 81 team, man. That's all, keeping it updated. Trying to see what's going on. Excuse me, y'all. Alrighty, players ready to negotiate. I have to bring him back, bro. He is 24 years old. I have to bring him back. I have to. I just have to. Shit. Why you got all that motherfucking grease on your lips, nigga? The fuck wrong with him? So where's the one they turned down already? 6 years, 8 million. 6 years, 8 million, 5.4. I'm not sure what I need to do with this guy, man. Right, because we want finna overpay your monkey ass. Oh, Claypool right here. Come on, we can wait to see what Claypool gonna be on. Because we already know. Shit, we don't know what Claypool gonna be on. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Weekly strategy. Y'all really want us to defend the outside run? Nobody's tired on offense. Oh, he's not even playing. Mr. Mooney, we know you're a slot receiver. He is our backup for right now. He can get one on his speed. Biggest value, 6 feet 204. Damn, he is old as fuck. I only got 64 points.
It's week 5 of the NFL, and we'll see Cole Holcomb, who really led his defense last week with a 10-tackle game. It's the Steelers and the Bears, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Player.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Throwing first play is Pickett. And this one is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. Going for the deep ball.
Oh, that's bull crap.
Complete. And he's going to be brought down just inside the 35.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Bullshit.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Pickett.
Oh, Lord.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
On first down, it's Fields. It's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And he's got some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Bears at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
He caught it.
Here's a
I
deep
just
shot
knew he
that's
overthrew him.
complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A handoff for Herbert, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 17 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Left side. Like that, damn.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Only 3 there on the pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
Oh, man.
The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense for anticipating what's up next.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Pickett now from the gun here.
Oh, my God. How is he that open?
This
That got to be holding, man.
On the move past the 40. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Pickett now on 1st down.
Oh, I thought. How did my man
He finds
just
his
fall
tight end,
like
Gentry.
that? Come on,
And the
man.
Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Herbert. Out past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago 1st. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Come on.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down.
Oh, he overthrew.
And that is incomplete.
I'm sure that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, Fields.
Oh, come here. Good catch,
And he will
DJ.
find the open
Good way to
man.
help
It's
your
DJ
quarterback out.
Moore.
Load him up.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs.
Yeah, these are the types of plays we're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
One play action. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Herbert. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Bears are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now it's Fields. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. This is Herbert.
Oh, get in there.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And this time he is in. Khalil Herbert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14 to 10. A 10-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Can he pick it to this guy?
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10,
come on, man, I'm just glued
setting up
to
the
him.
screen, Harris. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Pickett back to throw.
Get him. Good defense, y'all.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Pickett right back to the air again.
Holding.
Going across the formation, he finds Fryerdu.
That's holding. That's
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Thank you.
Holding. Offense.
Yeah,
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Get right in there.
Harris
Get right in there.
running straight ahead.
Oh, my God.
Some room
Oh,
there.
my
Some
God.
nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Get him, rookie.
Pressure is taken down. A Bear sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Good sack, rookie.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going? We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Play action. It's Fields. He's going to look deep
Oh, Lord, why I go to him anyway?
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Meanwhile, Fields throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
They're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On first down, Fields. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll run here with Herbert. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris.
Look, you can't hit him.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 55 rushing yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
Oh,
and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. He's going to air one out.
knock it down. Come on, bro.
6-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 55 yards. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
This is ridiculous, man.
On the give, this is Harris. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try to take him home. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off play action, Fields. He'll get that complete to Khalil Herbert. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Fields now to throw.
Oh,
and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Take a look at Deontay Johnson as this offense runs back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
Oh, my God.
It's a screen pass. That's complete. Fancy footwork at the 45. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And we're down to the 41.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there. That's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. But Pickett finding Johnson there. 1st down, Steelers. They hand this off to Harris, and he stopped immediately there. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
Come on, bro.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Harris. He is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now Fields and the Bears down by 15. A little under 2.5 to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. To throw is Fields.
Oh, my
And this is
God.
intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
Wow. And he's
That's some
running
strong
hold the ball.
running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. CD for the losing side. They had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, and knocked the wind out.
Wow. Well, there you have it. They kicked our ass. Nice way to let us know we're human. Cold opponent shit. I'm a cold opponent shit. But we'll be back at y'all though with another one. With another bangle.